And welcome back to the channel. Look guys, we're excited today. We're back here at the Sunshine Ranch and we've got another finished tour video for you guys that we're going to be doing on this project. It's a two-story Barndominium home that we've been working on here. We've had quite a few updates showing the progress leading up to this point where, you know, we poured our foundation. We had all of our steel framing. We came in, we talked about a lot of the details along the lines of air sealing and how we build the hybrid steel frame barndominiums. But now here we are, and it's time to do a full walkthrough tour on this video. So we've got the missus out here, which is always a good sign for you guys because that means we're going to be talking details.
Yes, we've got a 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath. We've got 2,600 square foot of living space, about 750 square foot of covered porches, and 1,000 square foot shop.
Yeah, a great big shop, which is always nice. And we've got kind of that multi-level deal for the overall layout where it steps up for the living quarters. And then you got the shop, which steps down a little bit, gives it a little bit of character too for the overall look. We built a beautiful road kind of bringing you into this property, giving you a look at it as you're coming in and driving in, which is a really neat effect. This is one special property. Now on the exterior, we've got black roof with black trim and a beautiful white PBR style panel that we're doing there. And we have a U panel style that we're using under the soffits, under the porches, as well as the overhang. So a lot of details to get into here on the inside. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Let's get it going. All right, here we are. This is our beautiful front porch. Now, we do have a wraparound porch on this, which we'll be showing you guys here in a bit, but let's go inside and check it out. All right, and here we are. This beautiful great room, which is what it's all about in this kind of space. We've got the view, we got the lookout going across the front side of the yard. And we've got this big grand open space, which is open to our kitchen, open to our stairwell, as well as the open loft upstairs, which will look down over this grand open area.
Yeah, we've got beautiful vinyl plank flooring. It's Cortec linear hickory. They did alabaster white on the walls and pure white on all the trim and doors.
You know, the thing I like about a space like this is you can kind of be associated with the main thing that's going on. Now, one thing you need to know about this particular build is it's going to be kind of a special place because it's going to be like a retreat area. So they're looking to host some events, some gatherings where they have quite a few people out here. And I know that they may set this up different ways at different times, but as you could imagine, this will work just as well for a typical dwelling. You could have your living room, which is plenty of space here on this side, or you could utilize the whole space and compartment really however you wanted to in an open area like this.
I really like how it's all bright and white and just open and all the big windows. You just got all the natural lighting coming in and it just looks really nice.
Yeah, our clients were really intentional about the windows and really bringing that outside in and keeping it white and bright in here, which is really doing well.
So as we enter this beautiful kitchen, we've got a lovely display of cabinets all the way up to the 10-foot ceiling. Lots of storage space up above. This is actually something I did in my own house. We went back and added to our cabinets to allow for more storage. And then I don't have like a dust collector up there. There's nothing you are able to store things, hide things away. Lots of entertaining platters, serving dishes, all the things that maybe you don't use all the time, but you need to have access to. You can tuck those away up there. We've got a lovely black granite. It's a level 3. It's all solid black, but there's a little bit of a gold fleck that sparkles in the sunshine, which compliments my flowers here that I brought them for the Sunshine Ranch. We've got some sunflowers here for them. I love that the sink has a window looking out, overlooking the patio area that you can see the entertaining going on outside, and of course lets all the sunlight in. In addition to the natural light we have a gooseneck light over the kitchen sink. We've got some glass backsplash, and I really love that they brought the countertop up into the windowsill. So this would be kind of an extra thing that you would want to do, but it looks really nice with this window overlooking from the sink. We've got a stainless steel undermount sink with, of course, the black faucet. One really cool feature in this kitchen is they have 2 dishwashers. With all the entertaining they're going to do, they're going to need lots of washing of dishes. Being that this is Sunshine Ranch, I thought it was fitting to do a few sunflowers here for them. Moving further into our kitchen, we've got all GE appliances. We've got a nice gas range here with a nice little vent hood up above. I like how they brought the glass backsplash all the way up to the ceiling right here in this area. Lots of cool little areas that they can put, spice rack and maybe some cookie sheets and things like that in these little small, they're kind of odd areas, but they're great use of space. So we've got a great hidden pantry for you here. It's kind of in the corner, but it wraps all the way around. We've got the granite countertop in here, which makes it great for using appliances. You can put your mixer in here, your toaster, all the things you don't want sitting on your counters. We can hide those away in here. There's also a spot that I would probably put maybe a mini fridge in. Lots of space on the uppers and the lower portion. So there's lots of space in this small little tucked away pantry. So as we finish off this kitchen, we've got a wall of cabinets and appliances here. So we've got our nice double refrigerator here with tons of storage up above. There's lots of things that you can hide away up there. We have a nice little area here that I actually would probably put maybe my nugget ice maker in, kind of tuck it away, especially with all the parties they're gonna have. You could definitely have plenty of ice for your guests. We've got our built-in microwave and oven below, and of course we've got a drawer underneath that's great for some of your cookie sheets or pans that you might need to access quickly. More and more storage. This has got lots of places to store things. And then maybe on this side we'll maybe do like a little coffee bar, and of course there's more storage all the way up to the 10-foot ceilings. Then we have our large entertaining area. This is a great space for, you can put some bar stools in the front, but definitely a place you can lay out all your food. Your guests can kind of go around, circle around. You can actually entertain them here. There's lots of storage on the front for maybe cookbooks, games, whatever you might want to tuck away there on the front of the island. But then on the back of this island, we have our trash drawer, lots of drawers. I really appreciate the drawer space here because you can actually see everything that you've got in your drawers instead of having to try to dig through and find things that are tucked behind in a cabinet. Here you can actually pull it out and see everything that you've got stored away. So above our beautiful island, we have 3 pendant lights that are the matte black, which matches all of our hardware and really complements our beautiful kitchen.
All right, guys, now it's time. I want to talk to you about our open stair rail that we've got here. This is stained hardwood rail that we've got going up. It's kind of more contemporary look, but it takes a little bit more to do your stairs like this because of the railing cost, as well as all of the accent wood tied in with all the details on the painted trim. But it always looks really nice, and this one turned out great. Okay, well, this is what it's all about. As we come up to this open loft, we did do a pony wall on this side because this didn't necessarily have to be open, but they wanted to maintain this openness because of the lookout up here. If you can imagine sitting out, setting up a couple of reading chairs, maybe a little library up here. This is kind of what it's all about for this loft in this space. And we're utilizing the same ridge line across the top that we have with our main slope of our roof. And that's what the advantage is of building a Barndominium, how we can incorporate those high ceilings in a space like this. There's nothing special that we had to do really here when it came to the main structural frame in order to create this high ceiling. A couple things about the layout here is we have 3 bedrooms and 2 full baths up here. But right now, we're going to show you our first bedroom.
Yes, this is it's a small bedroom, but it's a 12 by 11. But I like how they've got the carpet in here. I feel like it makes it a little warmer, kind of tones down the sound as far as any kind of echoing or whatever.
And we have a zoned air conditioning unit, and I can feel that air conditioning blowing really good up here, which is always nice when you can zone the main unit and have that additional setting for upstairs. But like you said, we got the carpet, we got similar paint colors. But
Yeah, they did an alabaster white on the walls and a pure white on the trim, the baseboards.
and we got a nice little closet here, which has your cubbies in the center with your hanging rod dress storage on one side, double hanging rods on the other. One thing I could say about the overall framing of this room, you can see where we're adapting to that slope that is consistent with our main slope. Sometimes on a two-story you have to accommodate because of ceiling heights without going super high on your eave height. Sometimes you have this look, but it doesn't look bad.
No, I like it. It adds a little dimension to the room.
So serving mainly this bedroom, and really it could serve both any of the bedrooms, but we do have a full bath with a bathtub that sits here off of the main loft area. And in this space we have your beautiful standard like 4-foot vanity. This one's a little bit higher, and we have the wraparound wood frame stained mirror that we're doing here, and our upper bar light. We've got cabinet storage up above for your linens, which is really nice. And your typical setup here, which is the first time you're seeing one of the tiled bathrooms that we've done here. It's a beautiful setup. It's a subway tile, like a 2x6 subway tile. It's kind of got that ceramic look to it, kind of an old world look. I really like this tile. I think it looks really good with the black matte faucets. And of course, we got your standard tub here, which is always nice to have on any build whenever you can. For the flooring, we're continuing our vinyl plank flooring in here, as well as all of the other matching hardware for the shaker style cabinets that we've done throughout.
For our next guest bedroom, we have is a 12 by 14 room, so it's a little bit larger than the first, but it's a nice size. We've got a closet back here behind this door. And it looks pretty much like the one before, but it's got the upper and lower storage hanging, also a dress hanging storage, and then of course the cubbies in the middle. And the great thing about this bedroom is that it connects to a Jack and Jill bathroom.
All right, guys, here is the Jack and Jill bathroom. We've got a lot of vanity space here with beautiful granite countertops, the undermount ceramic sinks, and then we have the black hardware for the faucets with the wraparound mirrors, matching what we showed you in the previous bathroom, all the similarities. But here, this one's divided in between these two vanities with this upper cabinet storage, which is a lot of deep cabinet space there for additional linens and things of that nature. One of the things I really like about this setup is the beautiful walk-in shower, where we've got the 2x6 subway tile going all the way to the ceiling. I like the accents of this. We've got an accented cover over the shower bench, as well as all this black matted faucets in here, with a beautiful doorway that is the frameless glass and black matte hardware here. We've got some special little towel hooks as well. It works nice. And for the toilet space, we've got the upper linen storage there too. And all of this leads into this double doorway, which comes into this additional bedroom. So
Yes, so this is actually even bigger. It's a 16 by 12 bedroom, so it's large, and it almost feels like maybe an extra master suite.
yes, because of the openness, I think too, you've got a lot of accessibility. So you got a larger open door here, which has the double opening, and we've got a lot of closet space on each side.
Yep,
So
we
you
got double closets.
which we've got actually storage in the center for the cubbies, and then all your hanging storage from side to side. Of course, all of these bedrooms have a lot of light looking out over the property, which gives you a real feeling of the, I think, the nature and
Great outdoors.
yeah, the surrounding property, which is 20 acres or more, I believe. I can't remember exactly, but it's a pretty good space out here to get away and to really, there's trails and all kinds of things out here, which is pretty cool. Okay, well, before we go on down and show you guys the rest of the amenities here on this build, we've got a coat closet, but it can be really an assortment of things. Could be a fourth bedroom.
Dog closet.
Seriously, the client did joke about it being a little kid's room. But you can see it kind of goes with the stairwell. We have the continuation of the vinyl plank flooring, and we made available as much storage space as possible, and that's what this is all about. I've had clients before, if you guys remember back to our Gambrel Barndominium, I've actually built little offices in a space like this.
And one of our other Whitney builds, we actually did a dog kennel underneath one, didn't we?
Yes, we did. And you could, of course, just do a standard closet, maybe with a
Christmas trees,
a door
decorations.
behind, maybe your clothes storage and things like that. You got to have closet space, guys. That's what this stuff's all about, is your bonus storage. Now, as we move down the hallway, we've got a variety of things. Number one, we have a half bath, which will serve and accommodate a lot of guests. So we've got our vanity with our granite countertop, which is matching what we did on the upstairs. And we've got our additional upper cabinet storage above the toilet in here too. And this is just your typical half bath, but off across from the hallway here, we have the, what we would call maybe the master suite. We are doing vinyl plank flooring downstairs. They did do the carpet upstairs. I think it serves better maybe to have a continuation of matching. And as we lead into this is kind of a little more of a conventional setup here.
Yeah, it's a 13 by 14 room, so it's a good size. But it's got a couple of windows for the natural light and then a ceiling fan above.
So pretty simple otherwise. As we move into here, we've got the double open doors. And in the bathroom, we've got a dual sink vanity with our undermount rectangular sinks, black matte hardware with our framed mirrors and the double bar lights up above. We do have a private toilet area here, which has the doors to be able to close off with some upper cabinet storage above there. Continuing with our vinyl plank flooring throughout. Now moving into the master closet, you can see we've got a lot of shelving space in here with a lot of hanging rod space too. So you've got the double rack storage and you have the upper shelf on the top up above. I like the amount of cubby shelves too that we were able to incorporate here in this space. Now to cap that off, we've got a full walk-in shower here. Now this is a little bit different tile. I'm not sure the exact name, but this is a 12 by 24 tile. And we've got some kind of a flat rock design that were used on the floor that we put away in the soapbox there. So with the black matte hardware and the seated bench, this makes for a transitionless open shower to where you're not having to have a curb in this space, which is something we try to do when we can, especially when it's when we got the concrete. We'll set the showers down, and that way we're able to have a seamless entry into the shower. So moving out from here, we got a laundry room. So Brandy's gonna show you guys about that.
So for our laundry room, we've got a great space. It's kind of a laundry room slash mud room. We've got a level 1 granite here that's got some blacks and some browns. It really complements the floor well. We did a stainless steel sink or faucet here with an undermount sink. We've obviously got our washer and dryer with tons of storage space above. Then also for our mud bench area, you've got a couple of cubbies that you can maybe put a couple of baskets, maybe tuck away those shoes, but then they could also do some hooks here for maybe backpacks or bags or coats or whatever. Here, there's actually a space under a little floating shelf that they could maybe do an extra refrigerator or possibly do a hanging rod for clothes. There's an exterior door that actually leads us to a patio that we'll show you later. So for the guys' favorite part.
This is what it's all about with your connected grand shop here. So this is a pretty large shop.
Yeah, it's about 1,000 square foot of shop space.
And we've got the big kind of, I think it's like a 16-foot overhead door on one side, a 12-foot here on the other, that's got the high lift as well, and goes with the slope of the roof, which is kind of a big ordeal to make sure you get that incorporated in. We do have our zip wall, as you guys know we do, that goes behind this sheetrock, and we have the water heater that is a Ream tankless water heater, and it has the ventilation as well that goes out of the shop.
And that's kind of a different thing. I've not really seen us do much, is that emergency drain.
Yeah, a lot of times when we do a tankless, it will be on the outside. So you'll see that there's a receiver box for that and it sits outside. But here, because we were able to do this in the shop, the only, I guess, negative, if you want to say, is that it has to have ventilation and you have to pipe that in and out, which creates another penetration into the wall. But at the end of the day, I think for what it's going to provide and the efficiency and what they're looking for, they do have a propane supply that they buried a tank here. Now the guys did come in, I think maybe a little bit before we got here, and they washed all this up for us, so we got a couple puddles in here. But this area is set down 1.5 inches lower than the main living. So our outside wall is just behind this sheetrock. So this is sealed between the shop and the living. So whatever you would do in here, you could do, like you had fuel storage, you had maybe hobbyists, somebody's working on cars. You're not going to get a lot of odors and things like that in the house. So sometimes people want to know about that, or maybe noises, because we have a 2x6 studded wall that divides this with all the same insulation that we provide on all the exterior of the home. Now for the shop area here, just to take the edge off, we have 1 inch of spray foam, closed cell foam that we're using here in this space. We do hit all of that with all over top of the beams and all the purlins to make sure that you don't have that conduction when it comes to heat, so it takes a little bit of the edge off. And we have the receiver channel, which I always show you guys, that you could attach plywood real easily along the base and the bottom of that. So now I think we're going to go show you guys our great big wraparound porch, and
some additional patio space that they're going to be able to utilize.
Quite a bit of additional patio space.
So this is that large patio space we were talking about.
Yes, and one thing I can say real quick before we go too far is right here there's going to be an outdoor shower. So this is not done yet, but we have the provision already done for this. And you can see we got some conduit, we got some of these things that came in. But they set this up because you're out here doing work, whatever, somebody could rinse off. This is all going to be where they host some big events. They're going to have a lot of things. They got some yard space back here they're going to utilize. They did a lot of clearing here. That was a big part of why they wanted to have this place out here, was about the yard space too. Now moving on, one thing I really love about this build is at any given point of the day, you've got shade in your porch.
Yeah.
And so this is a huge wraparound porch, which attaches back to your living quarters here. This leads into that great room here with all of this visible space onto this back setting.
And they've got ceiling fans wrapping around with these porches.
Yeah, and you'll notice what we do with our porch space is we have all of this covered soffits. So this is something you're less concerned with, birds setting up nest, all those kind of things. Of course, you got plenty of ceiling fans as well across here. And as we come across this porch, this is the front side of the house, and you can see this is where our shade is right now. So,
but another time of the day, you might need to move to the other side.
Yeah, I was out here the other day, and I'm telling you, towards the afternoon, we sat over here, had a beautiful breeze, and there's just so much to appreciate about a wraparound porch. It also adds a lot of aesthetics to the house, which gives you a real pleasing
it gives it some dimension instead of just a box it's going to have.
Yeah, and another thing that gives our builds dimension is when we do our overhangs that we have. which gives it a little bit more of an architectural look.
Yeah, it looks more like a house with overhangs, and it gives protection to your windows and doors, right?
Mm-hmm. So I hope you guys have enjoyed doing the walkthrough here on this build. There at the Sunshine Ranch, this is a beautiful 2-story. This plan is available on our website at bestbarndoplans.com. We'll put links in the description below. Also, if you're looking to get a quote for building, if you're in our turnkey radius, or you're in our shell-only radius, you can check that out at barndoquote.com. Which we have at our website too. You can find all special links when it comes to resources, planning strategies, all the things that you need, merch if you want to buy hats, things like that at our linktree.com/Texas Best Construction. It's been our pleasure to bring you guys another tour video, and thank you to all of the subscribers who have been with us all of these years and who continue to support this channel. Share this one with a friend. I think there's a lot of great details here on this build. We've got a lot more to come, guys, so if you haven't subscribed, please do that now. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook and Instagram. I'm Josh Helm.
And I'm Brandy Helm.
We're wishing you all the best. Thanks for watching Texas Best.